Hey guys, it's Jackie, and today I'm going to show you how to make dreadlock extensions out of wool. This is a little bit different than what you'd normally expect in a wool dreadlock extension tutorial because these dreadlock extensions are going to actually be crochet hooked into my hair, and they'll be essentially, unless I take them out, they'll be permanent. So what's going to happen is I'll show you what I have. So I've put a wool extension and I put a human hair extension dreaded up into the end so I can dreadlock this into my hair. So eventually it's going to be like this. I'm really excited, guys, okay? And I'm going to show you how I do this. So if you want to make technically permanent wool dreadlock extensions, you can. I will show you what you need. The first thing you need, pair of scissors. You need a spray bottle with soapy water. It should be slippery, slippery soapy water. You need a foam block. You need a, what's it called? A felting needle. It has to be a felting needle. They're a special type because on this, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. They have little barbs. Can you see the little barbs at all? It pushes the wool into itself, so you need that. The foam block can be like $2 at the craft store. You don't have to get an expensive one. You need a needle and thread with a knot at the end. Goodness, I forgot to knot this. Okay. You need a human or synthetic hair dread extension that's about 6 inches. There's videos that show you how to make these, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, the final thing you need is a felted wool extension in the color you're choosing, but you have to leave the end unfelted and poofy. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is cut my extension, so it's about, you want about 2 to 3 inches of dreaded extension, and then a few inches, it doesn't matter, it could be like even 2 inches of dreaded extension or undreaded extension, and you'll see why. You need to have stuff to dread into it. So like if the wool you can't crochet into your hair, but the dread you can, so that's why I'm leaving about this much length sticking out of this. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do, let me refocus this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to basically just like hot dog wrap it in here. So I'm going to like wrap the wool up around and take the top little nib and wrap it up around. So basically you've got this loose little thing hugging onto the extension. Then we're going to take our needle and thread and put it through the top. And you want to go straight back almost through the exact same spot you came through. And then you're going to loop your needle through the thread so the knot at the end kind of forms an anchor. And if you're familiar with sewing, you'll know how to do this already, so it's no big deal. Yeah, so just keep this kind of pinched. And you want to go through at an angle because you want to actually gain, like, advances down the dread. And you see here, this poofy part here, I'm going to catch it with my needle. I'm going to come out where it is. And you just basically are kind of tethering down the poofy spots and making kind of a mess with your needle and thread. So here I'm going to wrap around this poof here. And you'll get the hang of whatever you want to do. Like, you'll develop your own technique, I'm sure. Let's jam out to the arc for a minute while I finish sewing this poofy stuff in. You'll want to go in at different angles too, so instead of going straight across, I'm going like straight back now at this point. And then from this point, let's see, I'm gonna go in like sideways, because you just really want a kind of random array of little stitches. And remember to keep going in and out through the same exit point. And you can do, like, you can grab some wool from over here, like do a little tether, and then go back in through your stitched spot. So I'm going to work down, and you want to work down into the part of the dread that is felted, because it'll give you kind of an anchor. Sometimes I've finished these, and then I've realized, oh my god, the wool is just going to pull apart because it's not even felted here, without even having my thing finished, and it like makes me so upset. So upset. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So you just want to give it a quick tug and see if it's in there. Mine is. And then to finish this off, what you're going to do is you're going to take like a little tiny, like 2mm section where you put your needle through. Let's see if I can focus in on this. Yeah. And then you're going to loop your thread through the loop here. So it makes a knot. Pull it tight. Cut it off. And, you know, if you had extra thread up here, of course, cut that off too, so it's flush with your extension. And now you've got this thing. So we went from poofy to this, right? Okay. So the next part is going to be dry needle felting. I'm new to this, so bear with me. Uh-oh. Oh, if my phone falls down, I'm going to be so upset. Okay. Camera adjusted. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is like kind of pull this taut and start felting like just where the hair ends and the wool begins. And you felt down. And this is what I do. I don't really know how to do needle felting really. So you kind of felt down in a straight line along the hair, and you're just kind of bunching the hair in and making it a tangled mess so it won't come apart. And once you feel you've got this section straightened, it kind of felts into the block. You rotate it just slightly. Start the next section. Let me make sure this is in focus. Yes. So, felt. Just stab the poofy parts. They'll flatten out. Like this poofy part, you see this? We're going to stab it in and flatten it out. Again, you want to go down into the part of the dread that is felted a bit. Sorry, I bet this is a little boring. And then we're on our last poofy part, so we're almost done. Alright, so see now what you've got is a mostly flattened thing. You might be able to see that this is like covered in little holes, which is, you know, from your needle felting, it's fine. The last thing you're going to want to do before you're done is, I take my spray bottle and I just spray like 2 spritzes into my hand, and then you're going to palm roll. And you don't even have to do that much, like, pretty much done. And I palm roll again. We go work our way down into the slightly felted area. And yeah, this is pretty well felted because I can't pull it apart. So that's good. Down here, it's a different story. I need to work on this to get it more felted, but yeah, here's your finished product. Let's see if I can get my camera back up. This is so bad. Well, anyway, I'll just hold it up. That's how you make a wool dreadlock extension, and I've got a lot to go, so I'm going to get to work on those, and I'm going to post videos on how to make wool dreads. I'm going to post a video on how to insert a human hair dreadlock extension, or I'm going to link them somewhere in here. And the other thing I'm going to do is, let's see, how to do needle felting if you're not sure. And yeah, you can go to the craft store and get basically all these supplies, but if you're looking for wool to make wool dread extensions, you'll want to buy merino wool because it felts up really well, apparently, better than most other wool materials or animal furs. But yeah, I've got to dye these still because they don't quite match my hair color, and maybe I'll make a video on that one too, but I'll show you the finished product when I'm done because I'll be very excited. Thank you for watching. Bye.